To understand Tomoe Gozen, we must first understand the Japan she was born into, a world most people today would barely recognize. The late Heian period, stretching from 794 to 1185, was a time of elegant culture and brutal violence existing side by side. Power was slipping away from the emperor's court and into the hands of military families, the samurai clans. Tomoe Gozen was born sometime around 1157, though the exact date remains lost to history. Even her birthplace sparks debate among historians. Most evidence suggests she came from Shinano province, in the mountainous region of what's now Nagano prefecture. Her family name Gozen isn't actually a surname in the way we understand it today. It's an honorific title, roughly translating to lady or mistress, typically reserved for women of high status. This tells us something crucial. Tomoe wasn't just any warrior. She came from a family with connections, with status, with the resources to train her properly. But Tomoe wasn't just trained in self-defense. She was trained as a true warrior. The Heike Monogatari describes her martial prowess in terms that would make most male samurai jealous. She was, according to the text, a remarkably strong archer, and as a swordswoman, she was worth 1,000 warriors, ready to confront either demon or god, mounted or on foot. Think about what this means. The chroniclers, who had every cultural reason to downplay a woman's military abilities, couldn't help but acknowledge her exceptional skill. The most likely answer involves a man named Minamoto no Yoshinaka, a name that would become inseparably linked with Tomoe's fate. Yoshinaka was a complex figure, and understanding him is crucial to understanding Tomoe's story. He was born in 1154, making him roughly 3 years older than Tomoe, though again, exact dates are uncertain. What we know for certain is that Yoshinaka's childhood was marked by tragedy and exile. His father, Minamoto no Yoshikata, was killed when Yoshinaka was just an infant, murdered in a political purge by members of his own Minamoto clan. Yes, you heard that right. The Minamoto didn't just fight the Taira, they fought each other, constantly, viciously. It was a clan famous for internal betrayals that would make Shakespeare weep. After his father's death, the infant Yoshinaka was spirited away to Kiso Valley, deep in the mountains of Shinano province. He was raised by a local lord named Nakahara Kanato, who served as his protector and foster father. This is where Yoshinaka earned his other name, Kiso Yoshinaka, after the region that sheltered him. And this is almost certainly where he met Tomoe. The exact nature of their relationship remains one of history's most intriguing mysteries. The Heike Monogatari identifies Tomoe as Yoshinaka's attendant or retainer. Some accounts describe her as his concubine. Other sources suggest she might have been his foster sister, raised in the same household. What's clear is that their bond was deep, complex, and utterly unbreakable. The most compelling theory suggests that Tomoe was the daughter of Nakahara Kanito, the same man who raised Yoshinaka. If true, this would make her Yoshinaka's foster sister, which in medieval Japan created bonds as strong as blood. It would also explain why she received such exceptional martial training. She was being raised in a household preparing for war, training the future leader of a Minamoto uprising. Imagine their childhood. Two young people, growing up in mountain exile, knowing that one day they would either reclaim their clan's honor or die trying. Every day training, every night planning. Yoshinaka trained to be a general. Tomoe trained to be his weapon. But she was more than just his bodyguard. But combat skills alone don't make you a legend. What set Tomoe apart was something deeper, something that medieval chroniclers struggled to articulate. She had the samurai spirit, the Bushido ethos of absolute loyalty, fearless courage, and unshakable honor. In a culture that prized these qualities above life itself, Tomoe embodied them as purely as any male warrior. More than that, she combined this warrior spirit with tactical intelligence and strategic thinking that impressed even the most experienced generals. By the time she reached her mid-20s, Tomoe Gozen had become exactly what Yoshinaka needed for the war that was coming, because war was coming, and it would consume all of Japan.